Oh, son of a bitch.
You all right?
Oh,
This is how you start a live broadcast. You all right, man?
Yes, it is.
yeah, I'm
Oh, yeah,
good.
we ready.
You sure?
I was like,
Okay.
you all right?
Because, wow, we live. So,
Oh,
Awesome. Awesome. And before we get started tonight, I want to give a shout out to one of our guests on the show. One of our former guests on the show that came on a few weeks ago, Jaquez Green, named interim head coach at Manatee High School. Manatee High School, y'all need to stop playing and y'all need to go ahead and hire that man. Make him the head coach.
Mr.
That's
Green,
all I
Mr.
want.
Green, Mr. Green, Mr. Green.
uh,
That's all I want to say.
I want to give a shout out to Tiffany Green, who came on,
Yes.
rocked the house, showed out.
Yes. Yes. We thank you so much for doing that. Thank you
And,
so much. We hope to get you back.
and he's saving.
Yeah.
JC
But
is saving that bottle of Captain Morgan for you to come back.
yes.
um,
Well, we got a great lineup tonight. You know, we got a lot of HBCU news. A new ADs being looked for.
everybody got a shout out.
Couple
Shout
names
out
on
to
the
the
floor.
hard headed Bucks fans who don't listen and won't go away.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is JP.
This is the Bug.
This is JC,
This is Flash. This is Jimi Hendrix.
And you are listening to
And you are listening to
and you're listening to.
And you're listening to the Run and Gun Podcast.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
Ladies
I
and gentlemen,
don't know.
the
That
Morgan
is our
Freeman
producer.
God voice.
He's finally exposed himself.
This is
Y'all
crazy.
pay no attention to the man behind the green screen.
This is crazy.
It's like the wonderful world of Oz.
Where
It
did that
literally
come
is.
from, bro? I had it all set up.
Oh my god.
You the whiz, man, the whiz.
But you
Yeah,
know,
cheese
without further
whiz.
ado, let's jump right into it. So the Bayou Classic was this weekend, and it kind of went how we all expected it to go. 49-7 in favor of Southern. And Dawson Modems is headed to Norfolk State. What do y'all take away from it?
Yeah, it's kind of what you expected. I mean, Southern is looking like a better team than Grambling at this point. I don't really know what we're gonna do about Grambling because they're looking for a new AD now. It seems like everything that could have gone wrong in this faux season did go wrong.
Yeah.
They're getting slapped around by Murphy's Law here. I don't even want to touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah. And then, you know, Faison Love, who is the head coach of Southern University, he's headed to Norfolk. So, I mean, it's the two Louisiana schools are going to have a little bit of turnover.
Isn't he a
Oh,
comedian?
man, Faye-
Yeah. But, I mean,
Faison Love is a comedian, right?
Dawson
That's what I'm
Odoms
trying to
looks
figure- Did he just call this
Faison
man
Love.
Faison Love?
He called him Faison Love. He didn't even call him Faison. Faison, like he was a ghetto little brother. Faison, like what?
I like I correlated that.
Wow, you getting kind of heartless there, J. Peeps. Called him Faison Love.
It's cool.
Hey,
I got
look,
him in
that's
the
something
NFL.
on
Don't worry about it.
That was someone on Twitter that said that.
Wow,
That's all I have to say.
JC, you
Well,
said you got him in the NFL?
I got him. I got him.
Okay,
Don't
all right,
worry.
go ahead.
Sit him down.
So,
There was
it's
there was some
all good.
chippiness before the show started, ladies and
It's
He
gentlemen.
all
put his
good.
headband
We'll
on,
settle
yo.
that. We
Oh,
will
I know.
settle
I
that.
better go grab my tequila before that segment starts. But also too, Magic City Classic, Alabama A&M came out and they did a number on the Tiger King.
Wow.
38-14.
Do we got it? Show it.
I don't know if you want to show it. He got beat up pretty good.
Do we flip it upside down?
Flip it upside down.
Put it at half mast.
Put it in distress.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm not gonna lie, oh man, I was expecting a better game from them on that side.
So
but I mean, hey, yeah. But hey, it's kind of like what they said. This whole spring season, Alabama A&M has had the best wide receiving core in the SWAC. But I will say, I'm rather impressed.
At least you know what you need to work on when it really happens, right? When the game is actually being played. You know what you really need to work on. But 38-14. That's a tough way to go down.
You got your SWAC championship game set. You got Alabama A&M taking on Arkansas Pine Bluff, and wouldn't you know, it's going down in Jackson, Mississippi.
Mississippi.
And that kind of surprises me a little bit, because I'm just like, we got a phone call. We're taking phone calls now.
God.
Wrong direction.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just wondering. I'm like, why not play this game in Huntsville or play this game at Pine Bluff? That's my thing. Why did we have to go to Jackson, Mississippi? I always thought it was the best record.
Location, man. It's a neutral location. They trying to be big time, man.
I get it's a neutral location, but I mean, the SWAC it's always either been in a big city like Houston or the best record normally hosts.
Well, now it's going to the place with the most buzz.
Also, one of the highest crime rates.
Oh, now see, look, see how you want to slander real quick? See how
I mean,
slander?
I got friends that could vouch for me that live here in Port Orange that
you
literally crazy stuff.
But you see how you want to slander?
Mm-hmm.
You can't just look at the good and the bad. You just want to look at the bad.
I mean, hey, look, I've been through Jackson on my way to Starkville. It was a pretty nice town, I will say. But I'm gonna call a spade too. All I'm gonna say.
Keep that same energy. Keep that. Oh my gosh. We better.
Also,
what's next?
Get him, because he called me out on the phone ringing.
And we secured their first golfing conference title.
Who?
MEAC, and also really their first and their last.
Who did?
FAMU did.
What, are they dropping the golf program?
No. They're leaving and going to the SWAC, remember?
Oh, yeah.
They got the first one at MEAC. Yeah.
So you count this. Okay, go ahead.
What do you mean?
I think golf is usually played around this time anyway.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's what I thought about. Never mind.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's a huge deal and stuff. It's created a lot of buzz. Honestly, I think they said they won by 2 strokes or 4. I don't know how golf works. Someone educate me.
That's close.
Oh, okay. Someone said they won convincingly. So I don't know what convincingly is in golf. So
they were ahead by 2 strokes.
I don't know. All they said was someone said they won convincingly. I don't.
Can we get
know.
a score pulled up, Mr. Morgan Freeman? Phone rings from hell.
I will check and see.
Okay, thank you.
Because I was like, I'm not understanding this whole thing.
I got you. I used to play golf. I got you. Speaking of golf, I meant to tell y'all, that golf career coming up. I got the camera stand.
I was gonna say, you hadn't talked about that in a while. I've been wondering about that.
I've been looking for a new Maxim girl. The last one
Oh
left
my-
me.
You know who that
She
made me
refused
think
to hold
about?
the bag. What up? No, we need to pay attention. All right, so Southern's head
Oh my
coach,
god,
Dawson Odoms, announced he's going to
that's a
Norfolk State.
that's a downgrade if you ask me, man. That's a I
Mm,
just I mean,
yeah.
you think about you got a huge base and you got a huge fan base that travels well, a competitive athletic program in Southern that's constantly been to the SWAC Championship, and then you got Norfolk State. Fans don't really travel that well. Yeah, got a nice little facility going, but I mean, even a couple other pages have posted about it. It's been a doormat for
Hey
the
man,
latter half
he
of
wants
the
to
decade.
he wants to build something there. Let that man build something. You never know.
It'll take a lot of work.
He might make it into a top tier program before the MEAC explodes.
Um,
We're going through.
FAMU won the MEAC Golf Championship on the 20th of April by a combined score of 301. It doesn't say what the second place score was, but it was a combined score. They shot a combined score of 301.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so is that good?
Yeah, it won.
No, true. But yeah, I mean, hopefully, Dawson Odoms can probably win one conference title in the MEAC before hopefully it dries up, and hopefully get Norfolk State to a Celebration Bowl.
Yeah,
It's going to
'cause
be
my
tough.
thought is
Considering...
the MEAC.
Go ahead.
It's going to be very hard to try and stabilize the MEAC at this point. You've lost your money makers per se, and now it's just smaller schools, right? Not saying that these other schools don't have a chance, but it's going to be harder trying to keep it afloat with the loss of like FAMU, Bethune-Cookman, and that.
Yeah, well, we were in the second quarter. I was listening to you because that was going really well. But now we're in the NFL. So the NFL is going to now allow players to wear single digits. So everybody that's not an offensive lineman or defensive lineman can wear single digits. So it'll be good now that we get to see guys like Derrick Henry and Justin Jefferson wear their iconic single digits that they made famous in college. I'm excited. The schedule released May 12th.
Talk about what you want to talk about with that. Go ahead.
Talk about what I'm going to talk about. Wow. Okay. So there's a rumor going around. Didn't say it was actually true. Actually reported by one of our followers, Jordan Moore. So go get him if you want to come to me. That said the Patriots and the Bucs will be playing possibly on Thanksgiving night. Now I don't know why he's all in his feelings and got tiddlywinkles about this, but
No.
Look, it's here.
No. Hey,
Here we go.
throw the flag.
Oh.
I got a challenge. Shut that up. First of all, you threw your source under the bus. Straight up. You didn't even try to defend that man. Talking about if you got a problem with it, come get him. No. Second of all, no one cares unless you're a Bucs fan. No one is thinking about any of that. Am I correct or incorrect in my thinking? You can nod your head, yes or no. Really? So you telling me that people turn on the NFL Network or ESPN to go look and see, oh dang, the Bucs might be playing the Patriots every day. They go look that joint up, huh? Really? Is that what you really think? No one cares unless they're a Bucs fan. Even Patriots fans aren't even probably thinking about it that heavy. They're thinking about, dang, are we going to have a bounce back year this year? What's Belichick going to do with this new revamped roster? What is going on here, right? No one's thinking about that except Bucs fans, because Bucs fans are getting to the level of Cowboys fans with the amount of talk that they keep doing.
Challenge ended.
Oh, golly, I almost had to go use the bathroom, but I figured I'd go ahead and listen. First of all,
if you're going to use the bathroom, you might have cleared your mind and we had a better show.
And maybe you come back with common sense.
now, first of all, my response to that would be to hell with what you just said, because I know a decent amount of Bengals, Eagles, Colts, and various fans that live in the Tampa Bay area and over here in Port Orange that are actually thinking like, wow, okay, they're going to Foxborough to go play them? So, I mean, it's only because he's a Seahawks fan and he just doesn't like the Bucs, and same thing with our producer too, because they got ill will because
really. So you got that much energy that you can pick up 2 buses and throw on people? Okay.
I mean, hey,
keep going, because I got to come back for you. Keep going.
Look, all of these teams that he just named
right.
other problems that they need to worry about.
Exactly.
But I guarantee you that is not the first thing on their mind.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
They probably saw it and went,
again.
But I guarantee you they ain't thinking about it like that.
But see,
y'all just better open up that checkbook so you can buy another championship. But go ahead.
Again, and you know what? Honestly, I'll tell you the truth about that checkbook. Look.
As
long as they come in, I'm happy. And I don't know why we've made this all about the Bucs. You
made it all about the Bucs. That's why your hair's uneven. But go ahead.
I made it all about the Bucs off air, says the guy with no hair.
Right. I keep mine clean.
Yeah, you just get it lined up and shave it.
You need a clean edge. Your edge is kind of sloping, buddy. It's sloping.
You
kind of look like the Statue of Liberty sitting there. I'm just trying to tell you. I don't know why you want to pick at me. I do this for a living.
And you see, America, when we start talking about teams, and then when they get called out, they want to resort to this type
Nobody
of
got called out.
Nobody got called out.
Didn't make any solid points.
No. But hold up.
What solid points did you make? You just said I'm a Seattle fan.
No.
He's a Ravens fan. What type of call out was that? I guarantee you, I ain't thinking about the Bucs playing. I guarantee you, no other team is thinking about the Bucs playing.
But he said all of America. All of America wants to see it. Come on, dog.
Okay, so tell me this. When you're sitting on your behind watching NBC on Oh, okay. So yeah,
that was my daughter.
I thought so.
Love you.
But again, like I was saying, so at 8 o'clock when you're digesting your Thanksgiving meal and watching NBC at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock? Oh, go ahead.
8 o'clock when I'm what? Hold on.
Digesting my Thanksgiving meal. I ain't gonna eat that late. I might be waking up. Go ahead.
You're not gonna sit there and probably watch the Bucs and the Patriots play?
No, because it'd probably be a good game on.
There's only one game on 8 o'clock on Thanksgiving night.
You sure there won't be a college game on?
I mean, so what, are you going to go watch the War on I-4 and watch UCF handle USF?
Ooh.
I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah, you're telling the truth. You think Gus is going to do that great of a job in Orlando now that everybody's exiting?
I mean, honestly.
I mean, your quarterback's at FSU, so I don't know why you're even repping.
I mean, now
UCF.
again, I'll save that.
You didn't even go to UCF, so why are you repping UCF?
Again, I'll save that for the NCAA. I mean, hell. Okay, I'll say it. I mean, hell, I went to USF, and I'll save that for the NCAA.
You went to where? I went to
USF, but I'll tell you now.
When'd you go to USF?
When did I go to USF?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I'm not going to tell my personal life on.
You just said you went to USF. When did you go to USF?
Graduated class of 2020.
USF in Orlando?
USF in Tampa?
You went to USF in Tampa?
Oh, for the love of God. Okay, Jadeveon Clowney is a Brown.
He went to USF in Tampa?
How are we feeling about...
Because he was living in Orlando. That's what...
How are we feeling about Myles Garrett and Jadeveon
Oh, he
Clowney?
moved back. Oh, he moved back. That's right. He couldn't live by himself. Good job. Go ahead. Jadeveon Clowney did what?
Wow. See, now
you started this, bro.
Oh my goodness. We getting
He sounds like Donald Trump with these personal attacks. But anyway,
Oh,
we got Jadeveon Clowney and
call
Myles
me Donald
Garrett.
Trump, really?
So
All right, Sideshow Bob.
If Jadeveon Clowney stays healthy, how are we feeling about that?
I love Jadeveon Clowney. I love him. If he had been healthy, I think he would have been able to. I mean, just with his skills and his ability, he would have been able to at least tie Michael Strahan's record by now if he had been able to stay healthy.
Yeah, I think this is a great move for the Browns because if he's healthy, then you get to add on with that front seven that you already have is pretty deadly with Myles Garrett. So you get another lengthy dude who has unmeasurable amounts of skills for some reason. Don't know why he was put on this earth, but it was to make some quarterback nervous or a running back if you're from Michigan.
Oh man. One last thing in the final minute. We finally saw Drew Pearson get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame after 8 years. So my question now is, why is someone like Cliff Branch not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame? What's up with some of these big name guys not being in when they were supposed to have been in maybe 20 years ago?
Mr. Disembodied Voice, that's all up to you.
It's crazy.
You don't want my response, honestly. You don't want my response. So I'm just gonna say it's wrong all the way around. It's wrong.
I hope it's not that old Raider hate from back in the day, because I feel like that's probably why Kenny Stabler took so long to get in. I really hope that's not it.
Think about it. Al Davis and Commissioner Pete Rozelle, they had no love for each other, like none.
Yeah, I saw that 30 for 30. Just, oh man, I don't get it. It's crazy. But we are finally.
The only thing now, when you bring that up now, all you gotta say is Calvin Johnson made it for his ballot. Why ain't he in? Calvin Johnson. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know how to. Yeah.
That's exactly what they opened themselves up to with that Calvin Johnson thing.
Yeah.
Nobody has a problem here. I think I can speak for us all when I say nobody has a problem with Calvin Johnson being in the Hall of Fame. We have a problem with Calvin Johnson being first ballot Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Especially when there's so many other great players who are still.
Yeah. Still.
I had to say it 3 times for that emphasis.
Yes.
Still for it. Not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I'm good. I don't want to.
Cliff Branch should have been in there a long time ago.
I agree. Drew Pearson as well. And that now brings us to the NCAA. So Alabama had their A-Day spring game. They call it A-Day. The winner gets a steak and potato dinner. The loser gets beans and franks, as Nick Saban puts it. The running back core proved to be very deep, of course, because that's running back you. And then, of course, Bryce Young, who backed up Mac Jones last season. 25 of 44, 333 yards, 1 touchdown, and A-Day MVP. I think there's room for both. It's a spring game. It's what matters most,
right? And then it's Alabama, so they're gonna be okay, regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, when does Alabama not have a deep running back room? I mean, wasn't there one year where they had Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara,
TJ Yeldon?
Yeah.
Well,
all in the same room.
Listen, according to Bush Prost, they spend good money for those running backs. Oh, y'all gonna get quiet on that? Okay, I'm done. I'm gone. All right.
Listen, I don't want Nick Saban to fight me, man. He's gonna send one of them linemen in my room. I'm at nightmare.
Hey, I mean, I'm really more intrigued by what the wide receiving core is gonna look like. I know they've got a guy by the name of John Mechie, who is, I think, like wide receiver 3 behind Waddle and Devontae Smith. So I'm excited to see what he does. And personally, I think Miami's in trouble.
I'm curious about the thing that everybody's been curious about for the past maybe couple of years. What's up with Alabama defense?
You know they find guys. They reload.
They've been looking. That's not what I'm talking about. They have talented dudes on defense. Don't get me wrong. It hasn't been looking as staunch as it used to do back in the day. So that's my biggest question for them. And Nick Saban, if you're out there and you're watching, you want to help me get through my day, I think about you for like 10 seconds. Hit me up. Tell me what's up with the defense, Doug. All right, cool. I'm good.
What's going on with the FCS playoffs?
Oh, so North Dakota State, they're going to have to play the role of the road warrior if they want to get back to another championship. South Dakota State, their rivals, has secured the top seed. So it's crazy how the tables have turned, but give or take, COVID, spring season, things like that. But it's a little bit of a condensed looking field. So, I'm intrigued by this. The FCS playoff format, a lot of players that play FCS ball and that don't play ball anymore, they say the FCS playoff is better.
Okay.
I was about to say. Go ahead. You got
a guy like who came on as a guest on our podcast here a few weeks ago, Jacquez Green, who said, the BCS was better than the playoff. So I get where he's coming from because I don't think you might have had all of these guys sitting out, but at the same time too, I feel like they could do better with the playoff, but I like the playoff too. But the FCS playoff is just.
I say if you're gonna have a playoff, open it.
16 teams.
Right? Open it. Let everybody get in there.
Mm-hmm.
1. 2. Jacquez Green, not to put words in Jacquez Green's mouth, is saying that because he won in the BCS. He got a little bit of bias there.
Yeah, he got a ring. Listen, you open that thing up to 12 teams. The first 4 teams get a bye to the 4 major bowl games. Teams 5 through 12 play each other to match up in the bowl games. You knock it down to the semifinals that happen that following Monday, then the finals that next Monday, and you're done.
Give me a bowl to rule them all. That's what I need, right?
Yeah.
Open that joint up, okay? Stop with the slander of non-Power 5 teams. All right, help them out too.
Put your Power 5 in. First 5. Put your Power 5 in, and then the next 7 come from your other conference champions.
I will say I would have loved to have seen what would have been like next for UCF after they had beaten Auburn. If that had been like an expanded playoff, I would have loved to have seen what would have happened. Because think about it, they probably could have been matched up with Georgia or Oklahoma in the next round if they'd have won. Like, think about that. That would have been.
You said 12 teams, right, Mr. Producer? Sir?
Yes, you could do 16, but I was thinking 12.
How about 5? First 5 in.
Yeah.
Power 5.
Yeah.
Next 5 in, conference winner from the group of 5, and then you have 2 up for grabs. That can work with me.
Okay, that'll work.
That can work with me. Yeah.
I can see that.
That'll work.
I can see that.
Give everybody a shout. All right, cool. I'm good.
That'll work.
So one other thing here, while we got time in the third quarter, let's go around the room. Loudest college football stadium you've ever been inside of? I know our producer has one.
Yeah, but I'll go last because I have a friend who was the drum major. What's the head? The lead? Is it the drum major who leads the band?
Yeah. I just say head drum major.
She was the head drum major for Florida State. And she told me we were talking about this years ago, and she said, "Look, I don't care where you've been, but the loudest college football stadium she's ever been is in the Swamp."
And you know what? I agree with her. Having been there twice in my life, that's the only place I've ever walked out of and had a headache.
Yeah, that was gonna be my pick, the Swamp.
Yeah.
Now, I want to go to Happy Valley, the Beaver Stadium, to see a game with Penn State, because I hear that place is just bananas when they get rocking.
Mm-hmm. I would agree. I can honestly say I think the two loudest stadiums I've ever been inside of was Doak and even the Swamp. But Doak wasn't so much loud because it was at night. I mean, no, it was during the day. It was like 90 degrees. I just came out of there like just hot and exhausted. But I will say Camping World Stadium when Florida State played Ole Miss, that was pretty loud. But they were the Swamp.
I have a friend, the Badger, played for USF, and he was talking about how loud the University of Cincinnati Stadium was when they went up there and played. As small as it is, but it's built out of concrete, so the sound just bangs off. He said it was pretty nasty. And Houston.
I thought you were about to be like, yeah, USF. I was about to be like,
No.
first of all,
No, you got to fill a stadium first. Yeah.
I ain't never seen that place full.
No.
I will say there was a game where USF was like number 2 in the country back then.
They didn't sell the upper deck. They kept that open. I used to go that year. It was loud, but it wasn't full.
Okay, because I was gonna say I remember watching one game and the stadium was literally shaking. But I do know what you're talking about.
I had a buddy who went to Texas A&M to one of their games, and he said that was it was mind-numbing how loud, because it goes straight up on the sides, just like Washington. That's the loudest stadium I've ever been to. University of Washington,
Really?
Trust me, yes sir. And it's been recorded as the loudest stadium. I forgot how many decibels, but it reaches the deafening level, literally. When they were out there winning and they were full, yes sir, that stadium is incredible the way it goes straight up on both sides. And the water just kind of,
Must be something about that West Coast there, because Seattle used to have probably the loudest too.
Yeah.
Yep.
They always win the 12th man award. It's the design of the stadiums, and Huskies play right on the water, so you would think, okay, that would absorb the sound. No, it reflects it. It just comes right back, and they're right on the field. Literally, it's like you don't have a track to break it up. They just go straight up behind you. It's rough.
Oh.
Sorry.
Wow.
We're in the fourth quarter. My bad.
You're good. No, that was interesting. We got hot topics. So the Yankees are currently the worst team one of the worst teams in baseball. Only the Colorado Rockies are worse. The fans started throwing baseballs out on the field at the Rays, because I guess that rivalry's kind of heating up here since last postseason. So I don't know what it is. I guess when you have stars like that, like Aaron Judge and what's the other guy's name that came from the Marlins? I can't think of it now. But when you have names like that, when you have guys like Stanton and Judge, you would kind of expect them to produce, like how when the Yankees had guys like Jason Giambi and Derek Jeter and A-Rod. That's not the case. It's like the stars are there, but the production's not matching up with the star status. So something needs to change there.
You hit lightning in a bottle with the Yankees at the end of the in the mid '90s, when you had Joe Torre as a manager, and they just caught lightning in a bottle. Plus, they had a kid who could reach in and catch the ball when it was supposed to be an out. But we won't go there since he robbed my O's. But in all seriousness, you really caught lightning in a bottle. You had a team. You had Mariano Rivera coming out of the bullpen. You had Jorge Posada, a switch hitting catcher. You really had a Derek Jeter, and that's before you got A-Rod. They were winning championships. I mean, you just Bernie Rivera. You just had a team that was. I couldn't stand them, but you had a team, and you had a good coaching staff. I mean, it was amazing, man. It was amazing. You had Donnie Baseball as an assistant coach to Joe Torre. I don't know if you guys saw. You were young, so I don't even know if you didn't get a chance to really see the dominance of the Yankees back then.
I was around. I want to say we were around for I think maybe like 2 or we were.
But were you really able to watch it and comprehend their dominance? Like, would they win 3 or 4? I mean, they were just killing it.
The 2009 one.
Oh no, I'm talking about they were more polished then. These guys were just awesome back in like 97, 96, 97, 98. It was just like I couldn't stand them.
I had a conversation about this a few weeks ago, and I was like, I told a couple guys from New York, I was like, what's going on with you guys? And they were just like, I don't know. We've never gone this long without winning a World Series before.
You should call them on their BS. Because they couldn't do nothing in the 80s. They couldn't do nothing in the 80s.
But I was just like, it was unreal.
I think there's just so much emphasis on Judge and Stanton that the
That
rest
too.
of the team just isn't coming up. Like, stars go through a little bit of a downturn sometimes, right? Sometimes you just ain't hitting, right? But usually with the Yankees, like you said, they had a whole team of stars.
Oh
essentially.
my gosh! Yes, it was disgusting.
I'm not seeing that this year where they have like a whole team of stars. Like, it doesn't matter if Stanton or Judge aren't hitting. They got somebody else. It's just not to the same level, in my opinion, that it is.
And you got to remember, they had people forget they went and got Dwight Gooden and Dale Strawberry in the end of the 90s. They helped them win another one. They went and got El Duque, Levon Hernandez's uncle, who had defected. They went and got him. They had, like, back then, the Yankees had the deepest pockets in baseball. They had George Steinbrenner, whose aura was like Al Davis was in football. So he could just open his pockets and wave his money and people came. Now the Dodgers are doing that.
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
It's like, hey, you can come out here. We're nice out in L.A. You can come play out in L.A., Mookie Betts. We'll give you we'll open up the bank. Matter of fact, we'll put a bank in your name.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah.
It's that Magic Johnson touch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And speaking of stars buying teams, you had also in the hot topics, A-Rod and Mark Lore, who are finalizing a deal to buy the Timberwolves and the Minnesota Lynx, because the owner prior now, Glenn Taylor, he's now selling the team to A-Rod and Lore, who will take over in 2023. The purchase is expected to be at $1.5 billion. Or should I say?
Why are they waiting until 2023? They should take over now. They're not doing anything.
I don't know. But it's crazy.
I would think that there's some kind of capital push going on to finalize the money for the deal. That's what I would think. $1.5 billion is a lot to just be shifting over from one person to another. So
you think about Dwayne Wade buying into Utah and not Miami, because Miami's owner came out and said we offered him an opportunity too.
Mm-hmm. I heard about that one.
I like it though. 'Cause I like player owners. I mean, it's good to be able to see players make a whole bunch of money, right, and then come back and be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna buy this team."
Now, keep in perspective, he's only buying a small share. Like, everybody thought Jay-Z was buying into the Nets, and I think Jay-Z got 0.5% of the Nets.
Yeah,
it was something crazy like that.
Yeah. With like a Russian oligarch or something. Yeah. But
now,
it is still nice to see though, because that's a bunch of money to just throw around like that.
Yeah.
And most of A-Rod's money come from his stuff with baseball. That's pretty much it.
No.
And endorsements.
He has multiple businesses that he's been successful at. Yes, he's been on Shark Tank.
Oh yeah, he had.
Yeah, he was on Shark Tank as a shark.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Oh yeah.
Shark?
Yeah, he was a shark. A-Rod's a billionaire.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be a billionaire if you buy part of a team, man.
Well, they were selling it to his friend. Mind you, they didn't approach him. They approached his friend. These are by his words. They approached the guy, his partner, and his partner then approached him and said, "Hey, you want to come in on this with me?" Because mind you, it's still the Good Old Boy Network. Don't get it twisted.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, I like it. I like the move. I would like to see, because we got some billionaires out there who are African American. I'd like to see them be allowed to buy into these. And you know, hey,
the NFL.
Yeah, not for long if you're black. Yeah.
One final thing for the hot topics. So the Texas Rangers, they are currently hosting fans at full capacity. I don't know if y'all saw their opening day, but every seat was full. But give or take, it's that new rule in Texas where there's no mask mandate. I don't know what the numbers are in Texas right now, but
they don't care. They can't count.
Oh, Jesus. Hey, everything's big in Texas, even the COVID rate.
Yeah, just not the education.
You know, that's actually kind of bad and kind of true at the same time, because I did hear from a chiropractor that told me don't go to Texas for grad school because the Texas school board is going through a very rough time right now. So
yeah, but you see what they did with the books, changing the way slavery really happened and putting it into a paragraph, and
I'm a history major, so that blows my top.
Yeah.
I mean, I've taken whole classes and read whole books on these types of subjects, and it's just that's it. Nothing brushed by.
They said we were willing workers. I'm sorry, go
Kanye
ahead.
West.
Yes. That's why Kim left him. You're bad if Kim leaves you and you still got money.
Oh my goodness.
They ought to be ashamed.
We about to get caught. But thanks for joining us.
While we're still on the air. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Before we get knocked out by keeping it up with the Kardashians. That's the second strike on us, by the way.
Keeping it up with the Kardashian. Wow. I'm sorry. Go ahead, J Peeps.
You got to issue your challenge, JC. They know where to
find
us. You got 40 seconds. They know where to find us still. Issue your challenge.
Listen, right here. Listen, Jake Paul, I know you don't fight boxers anyway, so come on ahead and fight me, baby. Come on. Do I have to take off my shirt so I can show him how big I am?
Take off your shirt. Take off your shirt. Oh. Flex on him. Flex on him. Show him what he wants. There you go. Oh.
Yeah, Jake Paul, come on. Come on, man. I want you to get you
for 4 months.
About to enter the ring from Tampa, Florida. Weighing less than you think. Standing taller than you think. Jake Paul's nightmare, baby. Jake Paul's nightmare.
Right here. Y'all make sure to come see us, follow us, make sure you like everything, subscribe, all that joint, and put that joint on Jake Paul. Yes, sir. I'm hyped now. Let's do this. Where my rum at?
Did he say where my rum at?
You finna train in Brooksville.
Oh my God!
Don't tell him all that.
Ooh. What's going on?
Oh, what's up? Sorry for the bit of lateness. There's been some technical difficulties, but we are beyond that now.
Yes, sir.
I'm JC.
I'm J Peeps. Welcome to another episode of the Running Podcast.
Wonderful episode for you today. Lots of
An
stuff
amazing
to talk about.
episode.
An amazing episode. Lots of stuff to talk about.